In today's My Favorite Things video, I'd like to talk about my favorite monster that I wrote for Sight Beyond the Sun. This is book 2 in my Love Beyond series, which is Alien Abduction Romance. And the first half of the book is Raveno having abducted Kinsley and a bunch of other humans, and they're on their way to his home planet. And when they get there, they discover there is a man-eating Venus flytrap colony on the planet. And they're called ushelz. And that plant, when I was first, envisioning this book, there is a plant called Twoy in another movie. And if you happen to know what I'm talking about, it is a plant that comes from outer space. And so this, in my mind, this is the origin planet of Twoy. And so there's a whole colony of Twoys on the planet that they travel to in Sight Beyond the Sun. And I'm going to read you the clip of when Kinsley first lays eyes on these man-eating Venus flytraps. And, Raveno doesn't really warn her about this because for him, it's just a part of life. It's a part of living on his planet. But for Kinsley, it's kind of a big deal. Kinsley had the distinct and disturbing impression that despite their lack of eyes, the plants decorating the stadium's perimeter were watching them. She'd normally have attributed such paranoia to oxygen deprivation, but no, lightheaded as she was not mistaken. The stage beneath her feet had begun to rise mid-firework display by hidden levers, hydraulics, drones, magic levitation, and the higher it rose to meet the platform where Josero's hologram was standing, the higher the plants lifted their buds. When their heads, couldn't lift any higher, the plants bloomed, their blossoms separating into 2 petals, jaws, revealing 4 neat rows of clear, needle-thin, serrated teeth. Yep, jaws on plant heads, watching them with no eyes. And then a little later in the scene, when she finally gets a closer look at the plants, the plant opened its mouth into a wide, toothy gape, begging for a sparkly treat or preparing to swallow someone whole. Who was to say? From this angle, Kinsley had an unhindered view straight down its gullet, and from its proximity, she could see that her wild musings were accurate. The plant had swallowed at least one someone whole already. The person inside the plant didn't look well, but neither did he look dead. And he was undoubtedly a he, biologically, because he had a chest flap, just like Raveno's, albeit tattered and limp. His opal scales were peeling, many of them having flaked off to reveal what should have been navy blue skin beneath. His skin was milky, as were his eyes, which had a sort of film clouding them. They were open and staring, but they weren't glazed in death. They didn't move and they didn't blink, but Kinsley swore they were seeing. His head lolled along with the plant's movements. His jaw fell open, his teeth had rotted, so all that remained were pitted gums, a high whine emitted from his mouth. It wasn't a Venus flytrap. It was a Venus person trap. So I hope you thoroughly enjoy my spoof on the Twoy for Sight Beyond the Sun. It's just my favorite monster, and I hope it makes your list as one of your favorite monsters as well. Enjoy.